Hey guys, what's up? It's JP here, and I'm back finally. This time around, it's not gonna be a Yu-Gi-Oh video. It's gonna be something a little different. It is Gundam card game. I'm not very familiar with every card in this set, but I am a big Gundam fan. So let's see what we get. Hopefully, get some epic pulls, and yeah, let's get right into it here. So we have an entire case to open. So this is the other thing that I've been trying to open here. I finally have a little bit of time. Last week I don't think I popped up a Yu-Gi-Oh video last week on set 11, but that's more to do with the fact that it was my anniversary, so away with the missus. And whoa, so this is a Bandai card game, which is I wouldn't say I'm unfamiliar with. I do have a couple of like Digimon and uh, what do you call it, One Piece cards that I do collect. It's back there somewhere. So, yeah, I'm not familiar with the full card list. We're gonna see what we can pull here. It'd be nice to pull some OG cards and stuff here. I'm gonna take our time here to start with here. And wow, immediately right off the block here, I'm not familiar with this. This is a what is this? Duos Leo? Duos Leo. Okay. Ooh, and this guy, wow. So there, it is a color-based game. I guess that's very typical of Bandai. I guess they like their colors here. This one is it's not one that I'm familiar with. So this art's pretty interesting here. So I can't seem to pull this out here. We got the Z Zulu, I guess. Because these are all commons, by the way, but I am going to take my time because I'm not familiar with every Gundam. I do like the series, but yeah, this is Goel's Delenza. I don't know, man. Ooh, RX 1605. This is this an OG? This looks like an OG card to me, but yeah, once again, not super familiar with all the Gundams. Um, I'm guessing I only stop really take a look if it's something like a foil that sticks out to me. Uh, I'm not sure if I'm getting any really good pulls. I do have the price list roughly in my head. We got the Barreland custom, interesting. Yeah, so not familiar with these. This is weird looking, and we have our first foil, which is a pilot, and that looks like the aerial right there. So let me just stick that in the corner. This is resource card. It's common, so that's the Oreo here, and then our first foil of the day. We have who is this guy? What's his face here? Jeez, this is a long card list. Dozel Zabi. Cool, cool. Let's just not really sure what to do with the cards. We'll figure it out as we go here. But yeah, we try not to keep this video too long because we do have quite a lot of sets to go through. Yeah, there's a bunch of commons. Ooh, this is the what's it called? Zigog? No, it's not the Zigog. It's the Goof. It's a red card, right? Let me just quickly take a look here because it's gonna bother me that I can't remember the name. Uh, oh, apparently it's a specific character card. It's Drazen sleeves. Okay, whatever. This is the water one. We got a what looks like a Zaku. Is this a character card as well? This looks like it might be a character card. Jira Dogas, heavy arm type Zaku. Okay, and our second foil. Ooh, that looks cool. Whatever was back there here. So let's check out what our second foil is. This is gonna be again. I do apologize for going back and forth. All the Gundam fans can at me later on, but yeah, this is all new to me. Delta Plus, beautiful looking card, and then our first foil resource. That just looks like a typical Zaku to me. So yeah, let's just keep going. Again, yeah, this first one will be a little bit slower because I would like to see a few other cards, but we're trying not to go too slow here. This looks like the Strike, actually. Is that what this is? Let me take a quick look here. I'm already in the blue section here, so it should be somewhere here. Yeah, I mean this page, this card list is a little hard to navigate here, but yeah. Well, this can't be a Strike, right? Because this doesn't say that GMX, right? I mean, it could be. I don't know, man. I'm not super familiar with some of these. It is the Strike Gundam, yeah. So we have the Strike. This is a Razil, I guess. Oops, let's not spoil that too much here. Oh, this is a cool looking one. It's a green one though. Set G, green. Hmm. 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 Yeah, so this is the wing Gundam. It doesn't quite look like the wing to me, but I guess it's the angle or the lighting they put it in. This one's from Gundam Seed, I know. So it's this one. And, ooh, isn't this Ariel? This is Ariel. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, Gundam Ariel. And then for our resource, we have, is this the OG? Is this the OG? Yeah, RX 78. Yeah, this is this is some of this are pretty good, nostalgic to me. Obviously, I'm not the biggest follower of Gundam, but I do like Gundam. I do have a couple of kits. It's hidden in the back there somewhere. So yeah, this is more like a passion thing. It'll just be for fun. I will be keeping most of this, I guess. This is the other one. It's not Ariel. It's the blanking on the name here. I'm so bad at this. Lifrith, I guess. Got a character card here. It's not one I'm familiar with. Another character. Oh, this is Andrew Watfeld. I'm most familiar with Seed because that's the stuff I grew up. And ooh, here we go. Another foil here. We have a command, and it is a Snow of Resolve. That's a that's an interesting name for a card here. Let me just put that down and open up the price list here because I've not actually looked at it. I'm not sure if these cards are worth anything, to be very honest. I have, again, I know that there's obviously going to be a Lacus Klein card in here that's worth like $1 billion because that's how Gundam works. She's basically the poster child of Gundam, which is kind of, at least to the general audience, to the fans, probably not. What rarity is this? Does it say on the card? It does. It's a U plus. So yeah, this is a wow. This is a $40 card. Jesus, that's cool. That's real cool. And then this looks like the Justice, Infinite Justice. Yeah, double Infinite Justice right here. So yeah, pretty cool pools. That's probably the. I mean, it's probably going to be pretty hard to beat that one. Um, but yeah, we'll see. And these packs, I've been so used to opening Yu-Gi-Oh packs. These packs are like really smooth to open here. So yeah, we'll just speed up here a little bit here. Anything? This is what's his name? Yizak. And ooh, this is a rare. It's a green rare. So let's take a quick look and see whether this is anything I should be familiar with. I'm pretty sure the answer is yes, but it does look familiar. Gaian, yeah, it kind of looks familiar. And this is Unicorn? This is Unicorn, isn't it? So yeah, it's pretty cool that they have resources as separate cards in this game. It's very much like Magic in lands in that sense. So I'm not sure if that's like a intentional design choice by Bandai Games. I know they do that with One Piece as well. So yeah, let's just go through this a little quicker here. Andrew Watfeld again. That's pretty cool. This is a Ooh, it's a cool looking one. Ooh, and this is the Gaia. It's either the Gaia or it's the one that he rides into battle, right? This is with Andrew Warfeld's Gundam. The Lee there he is. Yeah, it's Lee Go. Okay, and then this looks like a wing. No, this is the other one. I'm blanking on the name now, but yeah, and a resource. It'd be nice to get a the full set of resources. I probably will in this entire carton or case, whatever you want to call it. There's quite a lot of boxes to go here, so let's just once again pick up the pace here. And oh, there we go, the OG daddy himself. I may not be like the biggest Gundam fan, but I am aware. Yeah, the RX-78 right there, it says right there. Not sure if you guys can see it. Let me try and zoom it in here. Yeah, it's a bit small, but yeah, it is the OG RX-78 here. Let's try it this way. And yeah, there we go. Beautiful card. Let's see if it's actually worth anything here. This is a LR. Jeez, this come with all kinds of names for this guys, don't they? Yeah, so it's not worth particularly large sum of money, but it's a pretty cool card and it's definitely one I would keep. So let's just put that aside here. And yeah, so I guess we're starting to learn rarities as well. I'm guessing it's one of each quote unquote higher rarities per box. That's pretty cool. Ooh, there we go. That's the common resource of this. So yeah, it's probably going to be one of each rarity, the higher ones. So they have like LRs, U plus, and all that. And by the looks of it, there's quite a lot of rarities here. So that's again a very what's his name? This is the guy that dies, Nicole. There's Ariel. Ooh, hello. Got an Justice back there, and this is this unicorn? Jeez, what is this? The art makes it look so different from what I remember here. Sandrock. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's not what it looks like, but okay. Or maybe it does. I don't know. I've not seen some of this in a while. So yeah. Yeah, the abundance of rarities is a very Bandai card game thing here. That's the plain. That's a cool looking one. And nothing special here. We got the. Oh, what is this? I'm pretty sure I'm not skipping anything of real importance here, but I am pretty curious because some of these are pretty cool looking arts. And yeah, I've not seen some of these Gundams before, so I'd like to find out. This is Choo Choo's Demi Trainer. Okay. Okay, it's a trainer. So I'm guessing that's like for pilots to train, I guess. So okay, cool. Yep, let's move on. Oh, this is from the Witch from Mercury. Yeah, that's it's not a Zaku, it's the other one. And ooh, Blitz. This is the Blitz, and that's the RX 78 again. Right, this is Blitz from Gundam Seed, I believe. This is the one that dies, right? Yeah, Blitz Gundam from Gundam Seed. This is the one that Akira, I don't know, cuts in half or something. Does he cut it in half? I don't think it gets cut in half. He gets cut down the waist and then it blows up, right? So it doesn't fully cut in half, but still. That's a nice Easter egg for people who like or don't like Gundam Seed. It's got pretty cool art as well. I'm not sure if you see that in the anime, or is that like box art. Ooh, it's an interesting looking one. And another resource here. So at this point, I think we've basically gotten every other resource. It's pretty hard to tell. I've not seen the full list, so ooh, this is a cool looking one. Got some command card here. Yeah, we'll go through this a little faster now, unless an art really catches my attention here. I'm not gonna slow down. It would be nice if we could pull the lacquers just to say that we pulled it. For the Gundam fans that end up stumbling on this video. But we never know. We never know. We could get it, we couldn't. We could get multiple, I guess. I don't think you can get multiple in one case, so there is a pretty large amount of cards that I will be keeping here. I'll try to get a master set for myself, and ooh, hello. Oh, this is another thing. Extra base token. Okay. Let's put that to the resources. So this is the dual. It's a bit of a different rarity. It's a LR, right? This is dual, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, apologies for the lack of Gundam knowledge here. Yeah, it is. So by the looks of it, there's an alternate art for the dual. It's a pretty cool card. Again, it's probably not worth very much. I'm not gonna double check that. That definitely goes behind the RX-78. Look, I like the dual. It's not as iconic as the RX-78. And yeah, we're almost halfway through, or we might be halfway through. Diaka. This is also from the Witch from Mercury. What is this? Some interplanetary. That's a Zaku. Pretty cool looking one. Okay, so we do get more different sort of resources here. I guess there's probably one for almost every card in here. So for Zaku, which is rare here, which is kind of weird to say as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, but rares are foils. They do have the little slip down pulls, but I don't like to use them. I find that that's ripping them from the back is it's a lot neater, and it kind of like doesn't risk damaging the cards. This is the M1, so that would be the strike knockoff. This is the one from Gundam Seed as well, I think, right? It's the Lacus Klein bodyguard cards, whatever you call them. Not cards, Gundams. I'm quite curious to know what it's called because it's blank. Okay, so it's not specifically that. It's the character apparently. So it's Rick Dom, who, if you watch that horrible movie, yeah, he dies. Right? Spoilers. If you haven't watched it, I don't. Well, I mean, it's been out a while, so. And if you're a Gundam fan, you probably already seen it. But that Gundam Seed movie, it's not good. It has like elements that scream Gundam Seed, but I don't know what they did with that one. And here's another common here. Not common, rare. Oops, dropping all over here. So yeah, I have to pick up the pace just a little bit here. Hopefully it doesn't. I know the quality of this video is probably going to be a little bit lower than normal, but yeah, I have a lot to go through here, and the day is, I wouldn't say it's young, but it's not the end of the day. But yeah, I have a limited amount of time to do this today, but I would like to get it out of the way so it's not taking up too much space in my little office here. That's a cool looking one. This is Freedom, I think. The blue wings at the back kind of make it look like the Freedom. So that's like the extent of my Gundam knowledge. Yeah? I know a little bit of Wing. I know a little bit of Witch from Mercury, and I know a little bit of 00. This is Maru Ramius. That's the Strike. The RX-78, classic here. And is this Death Scythe? Well, I mean, what gave it away, right? This is strange. This is not a resource card. Oh, it's a unit token. Okay, so I might have mixed them up a little bit here. Yeah, what is this? Is this Death Scythe? No, I don't think so. It's Let me pull it up real quick here. It certainly does look like Death Scythe, but I don't think it is. Oh yeah, it is Death Scythe. Wow, I'm I'm pretty shocked I got that right because it kind of doesn't look like it. Um, but yeah, it is cool. Really cool. It's a really nice artwork there. I think. I don't know. Maybe you guys don't like it, but I think it's pretty cool here. I will be giving away some of these to a friend of mine because I think he's more into Gundam than I am. I'm just looking for, I don't know, whatever cards that make me feel nostalgia. Which I feel like, if that's not how you're collecting, it was inevitable that there was a Lacquer's Klein in here. So that's just out of curiosity, see what this is. I would imagine it's worth nothing, right? It's not foils. It's Jesus Christ. It's just a $2. Just $2. That's pretty surprising here. This is Death Size for sure. This angle I can tell. And then that's a dual resource. And this one I'm not super familiar with, but it's a cool looking art. So yeah, we're almost done with the first box here. There looks to be 12 boxes. So gotta really pick up the pace here, and then I'll just stop for things that look pretty or nostalgic to me. I would like to get them in English. I mean, that would make the videos a little bit better quality, but I think the Japanese prints typically have a little better finishing, so those are nicer. This is Strike with the shooting case. Ooh, and another. This is an extra resource token. Okay, and then this looks pretty amazing here. It's an LR, so it's one of the higher rarity ones. So let's try and find this guy here. It doesn't appear. Oh, it's sold out on this website. It's amazing art, right? I'm not sure you guys can see it here, but yeah, it's got some pretty out there art. Is this Death Size? This can't be Death Size. This doesn't look anything like a Death Size. I can't really tell what it is because it's got this kind of weird tilted angle. I'm sure people who are really big fans would identify this immediately, but yeah, I've not watched every Gundam. This nature of being a married man. Oh, it's a red card. Jeez. Okay. I was looking in the green section for some reason. There's no way I can't find this. There we go. Castria card. Yeah, so I'm guessing this is the. Well, I don't know if this is the alternate art. But it is a pretty beautiful card here. So let's just put this here. Yeah, we put it with the rest of the LRs. I mean, that's a U plus, whatever that means. So yeah, looks like we are done here. Give me a moment here to just quickly put this aside here, because if not, this is just gonna be a giant mess, right? It's an entire case. I wouldn't edit this too much, just because I think I would like to get this out as quickly as possible. So what you guys see is what you guys are gonna get. I'm gonna hide anything, not gonna edit anything. If I look like a moron to the Gundam fans, I mean, I already do, I'm pretty sure, because I have no idea what most of these are. So maybe I can open it from down here, like off screen. Yeah, so maybe that's not the best idea. I'll put the trash over there and move the readjust this a little bit here. So this is a little different from my Yu-Gi-Oh setup, just because I'm not like super familiar with how I was going to approach this video. I had a rough idea, but it's not quite playing out as I planned. Just because I need to do a bit more research on this. This is again more for fun for me, as opposed to Yu-Gi-Oh, which I mean it is for fun, but I love Yu-Gi-Oh. I've lived and breathed Yu-Gi-Oh for years, so yeah, there we go, another Blitz. So we're gonna go a lot faster this time around because it's the second box here. This the first box was just to get a feel of how things are going here. I just realized the mic is I wouldn't say in the way, but it's creating quite the nasty shadow, isn't it? So yeah, let's try and do it like that here. Yeah, now the shadow's probably not as bad, but here we go. So yeah, I think I'll settle on this, try not to fiddle around too much here. We got the aerial again. This is a this is strike? This is the strike, right? Yeah, this looks like another strike. I'm not gonna double check here. I'm like fairly confident that's a strike. Just that blue, the red, like jetpack at the back. It's definitely a strike. I'm not the biggest strike fan. I know like some people are, but ooh, here we go. Another LR. This is a unit token. So I've been throwing this into the wrong pile, but this is another LR here. It's not one that I'm familiar with, but again, it's got pretty cool art, so I'd like to check it out. This is Charles Galgug. Not sure which character that is, but okay. I'm guessing he's important if he has his own card. So at this point, I think it's just gonna start overlapping too much here. So we'll try to cut down a little bit on the cards that we put aside here. Those are rares. So I'll put the rares off screen here so that we can squeeze a few more on screen. The resources can go as well, unless they're like incredible looking. So yeah, I have to remember that if I ever do another Gundam opening. I think the next one I might do is, I mean, it's going to go back to Yu-Gi-Oh because I would like to get set 11 done, but other than Yu-Gi-Oh, the next one might be a Digimon one. I'm not going to try and even compete with Pokemon. I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole. I have Pokemon cards. I'm not going to go crazy in changing the channel to cater to that, just because I mean that's an expensive rabbit hole to go down here. I'm not saying that Gundam and Yu-Gi-Oh is cheap, but it's definitely a more affordable sort of hobby. If that makes sense to you guys. And yeah, I don't want to go down the Pokemon rabbit hole. I really like Pokemon, but yeah, if you guys are seeing this, it's been quite a while since this set came out. I had it sitting around for a while, but yeah, I guess it was about time that I opened it. And to let you guys know, it came out maybe a couple months ago at this point, and I've Pokemon ZA is out, right? Legends ZA, right? Which is I guess it's the Zygarde one. At this point, every single card has been spoiled. Not card, but every single Pokemon has been spoiled here. So we've seen all the megas. I'm not gonna criticize too much on the designs of the new megas, because I don't think they're as bad as some people make it out to be. This is this Strike Rouge? Yeah, looks like it. But yeah, Pokemon is, I mean, it's meant for kids, right? It's always going to be an easy game. The animation's always going to be a little kiddie. That's just how it's been. I know people like to criticize it, especially people from other communities, but I'm not going to criticize it too much. Pokemon is Pokemon is a childhood thing here. Is this Ariel? What is this? It's a pretty big cost card too. This is 8 resource here. So this is a pretty big card, I think. It is a LR, so and once again I can't find it for the life of me. This is Wing Zero? Wait a second. This is not Wing Zero. Doesn't look like Wing Zero, but I guess I've not looked at it enough. It does say, well, yeah, I guess it does look like Wing Zero. So yeah, I'm pretty surprised at that. I couldn't identify it immediately, but again, some of these arts are pretty hard to tell. So yeah, on the back to like Pokemon, I'm look, you can criticize the art all you want. Oh, duel as a rare, that's pretty cool. Um, but the game is still going to perform well. I don't know how good the actual gameplay or the story is going to be. I quite enjoy Pokemon as a open world, simple sort of fun, like a weekend kind of game. Play it for the fun of it. I enjoy Pokemon, but and I don't want to criticize the formula too much because it's something that makes a ton of money here. I'm not sure if people complaining is actually productive here. This is really cool one. If I could get this in a foil, that would be pretty insane for me. And yeah, there's quite a lot of cards per pack here. So this stack off screen is getting pretty crazy pretty fast here. So I might have to figure out an alternative here. This is from Witch from Mercury. Uh, which is obviously a fantastic show. If you guys have never seen Witch from Mercury, it's pretty good for Gundam. It's got a little bit of that, I don't call it virtue signaling, but how else do you describe it, right? It's a bit of a progressive mindset kind of anime, but it's a pretty good show as a whole. I'm gonna find this card here because it's got the two main characters from which from Mercury, so you would think it's a pretty good card. Yeah, it's what is this? Command. It's a command card. Why does it not appear anyway? Is this list that I'm staring at like not complete here? I can't tell. I really can't tell. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the Witch and the Bride. It's a that's an appropriate name for it, I guess. Is this worth anything? I don't know. Might be. Let me take a look. Probably not. Eh. You know what? Hovered on that long enough. Witch and the Bride. Right. I guess that's how you keep Gundam relevant to modern audiences, I guess, modern society. This is a incredibly shiny card. We got the extra resource again. This one is what's the name? I literally just saw it. Sailor Mats, right? R plus. So that's slightly rarer, I guess. Yeah, it's a $10 card. I'm surprised at some of these prices, to be very honest with you. I would never have guessed that this was a almost $10 card. But I guess it's playable. I'm not gonna start playing another game. I'm a little bit. I wouldn't say too old for that, but that. Ooh, this looks like a sick card right here. This looks insane. Yeah, this is the kind of art that really caught my eye when I decided to buy this set. Right? Um, is this the Ariel? It is an Ariel, right? I can't find the card on this list again. It's a little frustrating that this is how it is. It is a unit card, so it has to be here, right? Um, Geez, why is it not here? Am I missing something? Oh, it's gray. That's why. I was looking at the wrong section again. It like the colors just don't seem to pop up to me as much. My Yu-Gi-Oh brain just doesn't want to process it. But yeah, this is the aerial card, and it is a LR. So let's see. Um, yeah, it doesn't seem like to be the biggest spool, but this is some incredible art right here. Really good art. Yep, nothing in there. I mean, they can't all be bangers, I guess. So yeah, we're almost done with the second box, which is pretty exciting. There's a bit more to go. The entire case is gonna be pretty hard to pull off here, I think, but we're gonna try. It's gonna be a super long video if that's the case, but we'll keep going. Nope. I'm not gonna say that some of these cards are bad. If you guys are big fans of those series that they came up with, there's like so many Gundam series out at this point. I think most of my generation, or most people my age, would be either familiar with C00 or I guess Wing, tail end of Wing. I personally miss the train on Wing. I guess there's some nostalgia associated with Wing. I personally don't have it, but pretty sure it's a great series. Not sure if I'll get around to it, maybe someday, but there's so much things to watch these days. Really good shows and animes. Even like documentaries these days are pretty good. So, oh, Kagali. This was definitely a card that I wanted. So my buddy knows that. This was, um, yeah, Kagali's always great. I'm gonna put her aside here for my collection. Yeah, there's so many things to watch these days that it's pretty hard to pick up the new thing. I am actually one of the very few people that have never watched the full. Ooh, another LR. Jeez, this is incredible art. This is a blue border one, so this time I'm not gonna mess it up, right? It's definitely a blue border here, and it is the Unicorn Gundam 02 Banshee Destroy Mode. Wow, that's a name. Yeah, incredible art. It's absolutely gorgeous. Then we've got the extra resource again here. So yeah, that's the second box. Got a lot more to go, so I'm just gonna tidy up here a little bit. I might go off screen for a moment here because it's all falling apart. So yeah, that was pretty unprofessional and extremely messy from my side, but what are you gonna do, right? So yeah, ending it off with another pretty incredible looking art. Um, can't say I'm too. Can't say I'm too pleased with how this pulling is going in the sense that, it is going to be a very scrappy video. I think, not like prepared enough space on the desk on my table for this, which that's on me. That is on me. So it is what it is. We're gonna try and work around it here. Obviously, as the sets get as we go further into the set, things will smoothen out itself a little bit better. Just because I don't have this like mountain of booster boxes to my side as we go deeper in. But yeah, we are really far into this video here, and only done with like 3 boxes. Just because I was trying to almost cut the card. Jesus, trying to enjoy this a little bit more, but obviously, if that's the case, it's gonna be like a 3 hour video, maybe even longer than that. And I don't think anybody has the time for that. So let's just go and try and speed this up again a little bit here. I'm gonna again try and arrange this a little bit neater here. So yeah, we're gonna put this here, and then we've got a pretty cool stack right there. And we'll just go through the list later on here. All right. Zach, this is wing. Got another wing. And yeah, as I go, I'm trying to figure out where to sort things out here. So yeah, on the third box, we got quite a lot more to go here. This is the why am I blanking on this name, dude? I literally just saw something on this. Yeah, unicorn, right? Why did I blank on this name? I literally just saw it. So yeah, that's a, I wouldn't say it's the best art, but it is unicorn. So it seems like there are multiple arts for every card or every other card, except for the OG, which has like three. Everything else has two. That's the unicorn in the token form, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's funny how I'm looking at some of the names of these cards as I go, and there's literally a RX8 called Gundam. So, I mean, it is what it is. Again, here I would like to get the freedom token, I guess, in a foil. Obviously, if we get lucky enough here, got strike, what felt, and oh my goodness, isn't this? Didn't we already pull this? I feel like we did. No, no, we didn't. Oh yeah, we did. It's just the original. So these are like alternate arts, right, of each other. Obviously, this one here is a little more insane, but they certainly look like the same card here. And the, yeah, even the text is the same, so that's nice to know. We pulled both arts of a card. That's the LR here, so we'll just keep this in the middle of the frame here, just because that's definitely the hit so far. We're trying to get more than just this, obviously, but actually it does make it look like we've pulled nothing, right? So let's just put this here to the side here. The OG right up there at the top here. We got Maru Maramias again. Ooh, is this a, what is this? This looks like a wing card again, but for some reason just doesn't, it's not ringing any bells, which is kind of surprising to me. Shenlong Gundam, yeah, so it is from Wing, right? So yeah, that's a pretty cool card there. And yeah, that stack of commons, like the bulk is, I mean, I've opened a ton of Yu-Gi-Oh products. If you guys have seen, that that bulk is going to be pretty insane compared to like the typical Yu-Gi-Oh products that we get here. We got another Death Sai, pretty cool. So yeah, we're hoping to get more of this U plus, I guess. I'm guessing the U plus is worth more than the LRs on average here. So yeah, Ariel. This is, ooh, what is this? Is this Blitz? Or no, this looks like it's a duel, right? No, it's not. Wow, what is this? It looks so much like the duel here. Oh, it is duel. Yeah. So they have, this is like the lowest, uh, the common version, I guess, of the duel. It's weird calling it common because it's technically not considered common. It says rare on the card, so yeah, that's the lowest foil here. This is The man, the myth, the legend himself, Etherin Zola. I wonder what that card is called actually. I should have taken a look here. Let me just pull it back into the screen here. And yeah, what is this? It is a command card. It is Etherin Zola, Battle of Aces. Is this a good card? Choose one enemy unit, deal 2 damage to it. That sounds decent. Uh, that's burst. Main slash action. Choose one damage. Damage enemy unit, deal 3 damage to it. Yeah, so it's basically like it's a finishing card. It's basically removal. So I'm guessing that's pretty good. That's up to 3 damage, right? Eh, no, that's up to 5 damage. Jeez, that's insane. That's pretty good. I don't know how playable it is, but that's whew, that sounds crazy to me. Everything we've seen is like just a handful of health, right? So like it'll one shot a lot of stuff by the looks of it. If you can get the burst off. If you can't, then I don't know. It seems okay, right? We got another one. Yep. So yeah, I'm guessing we're not gonna get too many crazy cards from here. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Maybe there is an alternate art for Battle of Aces, so that would be nice to pull. I'm not sure if it's worth anything, but yeah, again, nice to pull, good to have. Don't get it, then yeah. You know. Obviously, again, I'm looking at the card list and the price list, and as predicted, the most expensive card in the set seems to be Aleka's Klein. So make of that what you will. Love it or hate it, she is basically the mascot of Gundam by now. I think she's the person most associated with Gundam. I'm not entirely sure why. I don't think she's the most interesting complex. We got another RX-08. It's cool. Yeah, she's not the most interesting female character. She's got the least nuance to her. She's mostly a damsel in distress, and then every now and then she talks a little bit about like politics in the world, which is, I don't know, if people think that's like an interesting character, then I mean, good on you, but I'm pretty sure that exists everywhere in almost every other anime or TV show, right? You can't just have a female character talk politics and think that's nuanced. But I don't know, if you guys enjoy that, then she is liked for a reason. I could be in the minority here. I think Kagali and Mia Campbell and all the other characters are a little bit, the female characters a little bit more interesting than she is, but I don't know. I don't know enough about Gundam to know, right? Like almost every female character in Witch from Mercury seems more interesting than she is. I got another Ariel. Yeah, this is gonna be a really long opening here. We are almost at the 50-minute mark. Ooh, hello. There we go. This is dual burst mode. Assault shrub. Okay. That's a beautiful card. Is it worth anything? I don't know. You tell me. It is a beautiful card though. So got another duel right there. So far only one hit here, surprisingly. You would think that you would get more per case, but or per box, but seems to be one of those high variance kind of card game in terms of rarities. I think that's just how you make the card game more playable, right? You can have all the high rarity cards, or you can have the same card in different rarities to sort of balance out the card game by making almost every card playable and collectible, right? So if you want to collect, you get the higher rarity, and then if you want to play, if it's a playable card, you can get it in lower rarity. So I like that a lot. I think that's a very common thing for Gundam games, or not Gundam games, but Bandai games. So you guys can't see it off screen, but that stack of commons is, it's pretty insane for this, like, I don't know, we're on the third box. So this is probably a pretty high value kind of card game if I had to take a guess. Just because, there's so many different cards. I don't think it'll be very pricey, but it'll be high value in the sense that the boxes could, the booster boxes should be worth quite a bit. Oh, we got another one of those. Um, that's actually like our third one, which is pretty shocking. It's the second of the alternate arts, but yeah, it is the third of the same card on the higher rarities. So okay. So yeah, ironically, they don't have like cling, like the wrapping around the box. I'm not sure if that's just like a choice by Bandai that Konami doesn't do, because Konami has like the full wrapping around, right? No, the product is sealed. Here they just have like a single tape, which is kind of weird. You guys let me know if you know why that's the case. Wow, wow, RX0 right off the bat for this box. Look, whew. Look at this art, man. That's insane. Yeah, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, you guys let me know if that's how it works here with Bandai games here, because I found it weird that the boxes only have like a piece of Scotch tape to show that it's sealed, right? Because Yu-Gi-Oh always had like cling wrap. It's not called cling wrap, but it does have like wrapping to show that it's sealed. This game doesn't, so I mean, I don't know. If you guys do that, then okay. I personally think the other wrapping for seal makes more sense, but you know, I'm gonna have to rearrange things in my room here. Because the way this is going, like, yeah, we're probably gonna hit like the 3 hour mark, 3.5 hours, and that stack is just absolutely ridiculous. Oh, we got double foils here. Nothing of particular interest, but still, two foils is always nice. So yeah, among all the cards here, obviously getting the RX07. Ooh, hello. What do we have here? Another LR. This one looks like the Buster. Is this the Buster? Red. I'm guessing it's Buster, right? Yeah, Buster Gundam. Who? Who? LR Buster. Yeah. Beautiful. This artwork, I feel like some of this art actually makes the Gundam look better than it does in the anime, which is, I'm not sure if you guys have seen like if these are the arts they use for the set boxes, the cover box, the cover of the boxes, the sets. The 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 figure, not the figure, but the oh, that's another beautiful card right there. Wow, jeez, this is really beautiful. LR plus. Wow. So they have LR plus, which is even higher rarity, I guess. And this is the RX2. I mean, it's a beautiful card. This is the Unicorn Destroy mode. Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, so let me know if these are the arts they use for the top of like the boost, not booster sets, but the actual figures. I don't think they are. I think I would have recognized some of these if that was the case, but maybe some of them are. They're really, really good art here. Once again, this unicorn though is absolutely insane, right? That's some next level. Here we go, another Atherin, the man himself. I know the card is called Battle of Aces, but I mean, if you're gonna put the picture of Athrinzala, I'm just gonna call it Athrinzala, right? Yeah, the man is the ultimate. He's like the plot armor guy, right? He comes to save the day most of the time, which is probably why Destiny was a bit questionable because he was always like the savior character, and then he kind of ooh, wow. There we go. We got the this is ZGMX X10. So this is the strike. Yeah, this is strike, not strike freedom, just strike. And this is a $35 card. Are you serious? That's insane. Wow. It's got some gorgeous art, I must say. Is this the one? No, this is not 35 bucks. Yeah, okay. I was losing my mind there. This is yeah, it's 15 bucks still. It's insane though. LR strike. So yeah, that's one I definitely recognize. I don't have a strike that I'm aware of. I do have the Mighty Strike Freedom somewhere back there. It's up there. But yeah, ooh, hopefully I haven't been doing that for too long. Opening the packs like way, way, way down there. But that's a pretty cool looking art. That's definitely not from the box, right? Yeah, definitely not. I'm looking up there because the box. I have like the set up there for the Mighty Strike Freedom, and yeah, I don't think they use art like this. I think this is all new art for for the card game here. Yeah, nothing there. Yeah, so this stack is almost getting up to my monitor, which is insane to me. But yeah, that's how it's gonna go. We'll see. Pulling the strike is pretty good here. I might have to start rearranging things again in here just because that's the Chinese looking Gundam. Just because again it's getting a little bit messy again. That stack is just oof. If you guys could see it, you know why it bothers me. I do have a little bit of OCD, but trust me, it's not just my OCD that's like bothering me. It looks like it's gonna topple over, so that's why I'm panicking a little bit. But we'll see. Ooh, right after the strike, we get the justice. That's one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's a beautiful card. These two are like iconic, right? When it comes to Gundam Seed, these are like the two, the yin and the yang of Gundam Seed. There is a higher rarity one, I think. So they have a LR and a LR plus. I'm not sure the LR plus has the Gundam, the Freedom and Justice. I hope they do. But yeah, it'd be nice if you could pull one of those. And then there's obviously the highest rarity, which we've not pulled yet, which is called LR double plus and LR double plus. Jeez, this game, man. But yeah, LR I guess is. Somebody tell me what LR stands for, man, because I'm gonna look it up after this. We've got the unicorn again, but that's just LR plus and LR double plus. Jeez, the interesting choice of rarity names, I guess you could call it. I wouldn't call it that, but you know, I don't make the card games. I'm just a consumer of the product, so I have to say, it was looking pretty dull up to now, and then I'm pretty happy with the pools now. Like, to be very honest with you guys, like freedom and justice. You know, I know Gundam seed pretty well, I would think, uh, compared to the average guy. So I'm just gonna move this off screen here. Apologies for the unprofessionalism once again, but yeah, the stack is absolutely ridiculous here. Like, just absolutely ridiculous. Like, if you guys can see this, like these are just how the R's look like, right? That's insane. Like, absolutely insane. Um, and then obviously there are other rarities other than the R's. So, um, if I'm gonna keep going at this here, I'm gonna have to really make up some space here. And it's not even like a little bit of space, it's like an insane amount of space. I still do have some of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards from the openings off to the corner here, so that's something that I have to keep in mind. It's starting to eat up a bit of space, but so far it's not like encroaching onto the video, which is good. uh, yeah, something I have to keep in mind here. And then yeah, I can have the mouse over there, and we can go ahead and next box. So yeah, this is box number 5. Yeah, 5. And if this video doesn't get edited, it's just because I probably have a ridiculous amount of footage to do, and well, this is not my full-time job, so it's gonna be really hard to edit all this footage. So I might just release it raw, just so that you guys can see the full experience, the ups and the downs, which there are quite a few ups and downs here. um Ooh, I do like to keep the foils to the side, even if they're considered like worthless foils, if you would. uh just because I think it's nice to have them separated, and you never know when you want to keep them for collection here. So I will go through this strike route. I will go through this whole thing, this whole stack again at some point. Probably not today, just because of how long this video is gonna take. By the time I'm done, it's like almost 3 in the afternoon here. So by the time I'm done, I'm guessing it'll be, oh baby, RX 8L R plus. Wow, 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 wow. Whew, it's a beautiful piece right there. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. That one definitely belongs like out here in the set. Let's see if there's anything else I missed out here that I think, yeah, let's look at the art, man. Absolutely gorgeous. This one as well, the Ariel. Jeez. Incredible. The unicorn, just look at that. I don't know how many sets they're gonna do for this. I'm guessing they just do one every few months or every year or something. Depends on how frequent they want to do it. But man, if the art is gonna be this good, obviously at this point, I'm not gonna buy more of these cases unless this video really takes off and people are like, yeah, I'll do more. If not, yeah, I'll probably just buy singles. This is the this is like the ridiculous way to get cards you want, and as always in a card game, nothing's guaranteed. So yeah, this will probably be the first and only Gundam video you see on my channel. At least when it comes to the card game. Unless it really takes off, like I said. Yeah. Oh my goodness, another freedom, dude, dude. Yeah, this video's like starting to really take off for me, right? Like, that's that's like that's the stuff I like, right? That I obviously the to me, if I had to pick any card from this whole set to pull, I'd probably want to pull one of the aerials, like the high rarity aerials, just because I think those cards look absolutely insane. But we'll see. We're almost halfway there, so, and we just hit the 1 hour mark, so it looks like we might hit 2 hours, which is not too bad. My original case openings were like 3.5 hours, I think, maybe even 4. I had to look back in the channel, especially online on Twitch. If you guys are following me there, that's where I typically have the unedited one. I'm not streaming live today because it's kind of a rushed. It's gonna be a bit rushed today for me, but I do have a few hours to myself, so that's how it's gonna go. And yeah. So once again here we're looking for. Actually, we're not really particularly looking for any more here. It'd be nice to get the LR pluses for the freedom or justice. We already put the RXW, the RX78, so I can't really complain too much about that. Obviously, there is a higher rarity than that for the RX78 by the looks of it, which is probably the most expensive. No, I think the Aerial is the most expensive card. Wow, that's really surprising to me. Yeah, so the Aerial is the highest value card here at the LR double plus, and then there's a U plus which we already pulled one of, so I'm guessing we're not gonna get the other U plus, which is the Lacus. But we'll see. I don't believe we'll get it though. I don't think that's how the set works. So yeah, I do think this one has a nicer art than the Lacus though for the U plus, but it's clearly not as valuable. It's less than half the price actually. So that tells you a lot about whether it's playable or not, I guess. So yeah, 2 freedoms, 1 justice. Wow, I can't wait for them to get to the newer ones because I think. Ooh, I dropped one. One moment. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. So can't wait for them to get to the newer ones here. That's another Buster. Just because I think the newer freedom and justice is wow, I'm just dropping everything today. The new freedom and justice are a little nicer than the old one in terms of design, so I would like to pull one of those, but I'll probably end up just buying singles here. We got in a Blitz. And Strike. Unicorn token right there. Oh, I guess it's not token. It's they actually do have tokens in this game, so that's the Unicorn resource. Ooh, what is this? This is wow. I'm actually not familiar with this one. I don't think I've ever seen this before, so this is probably from like an anime that I've not watched at all, or wow, I can't even find it on this thing. Jeez. Alright, somebody needs to like revamp this. This is Delta Plus. Delta Plus? Really? Okay. Okay, I mean, sure. So yeah, let me just make this a little bit more presentable to you guys here. I mean, it may not be the straightest, but like and I know I'm not gonna edit this most likely, so apologies for this downtime for you guys who just came here to watch. You can skip a little bit here. I'll try to speed things up here as we go, obviously. But yeah, we're hoping to get more of these really incredible artworks here. Getting the freedom or justice in LR plus, maybe getting one LR double plus, that would be great. Another Kigali, yeah, love Kigali. Unpopular opinion, I think Kigali is the best waifu in all of Gundam Seed, so happy to have that. I mean, the art itself is pretty meh, but still. Ooh, not seen this one before. It is just an R, so yeah. I think that's the first time we pulled that one though. Um, so it actually looks like you might not get every single card from the set, or yeah, even by opening an entire case, which is pretty mind blowing to me that that could happen. Yeah, because typically in Yu-Gi-Oh you would get every single card unless they have like a hollow rare that doesn't appear in the set or something. But it seems like Gundam, and maybe oh there we go, another one of these. Uh, yeah, like the Bandai games. I think they it might actually be I wouldn't say impossible, but it might be possible to not get every single card, which blows my mind, right? Because you're opening quite a few packs and quite a lot of cards here, so we'll see. I mean, I'll find out later on once I start, packing this up, and keeping it to the side. Um, oh, two freedoms and two justices. Oh man, I'm a happy boy. Yeah, this is this is uh this is what this is what I came for, right? I guess. So yeah, that's a pretty fire way to end the fifth box here. So we are now officially. Hold on, that's like a big mess right there. We are now officially in the halfway point. This is box number 6 here. Um, I just realized that we've pulled the cover a few times of the box here. It's kind of weird because you would think that the RX 78 would get more love than it does in this set. I mean, it gets plenty of love, don't get me wrong, but like you would think it was like the most insane card of the set, right? It would be like $1,000 or some shit. But nothing here, I'm glad to announce, is like $1,000 card. So some people might say that's bad for collectibles. Um, because even Yu-Gi-Oh has $1,000 cards. In fact, Yu-Gi-Oh has way more expensive cards than $1,000. But um, you kind of want to keep the prices a little bit low, just to make the game more approachable. I think that's one thing about Pokemon that if you didn't start early, it's just gonna get more and more expensive as time goes on, and it's not ideal if you're gonna start getting into Pokemon here. But I think it is a very conscious attempt. There is a conscious attempt from the Pokemon company at the very least to, at the very least, reprint or keep it low. Wow, that's. I was trying to get into a more comfortable, relaxed position, but yeah, that AI zoom cam thing is just absolutely like right into me. And there we go, another Wing Zero. We're putting a lot of duplicates. That's actually pretty surprising to me. Um, Maybe some of the arts are a little harder to pull, which is why we're not getting multiple of them. But I'm actually pretty surprised at how many duplicates we're getting, especially of the quote unquote higher rarities. There's like, what, 5, 10, 11, 12 by the looks of it. 4, 8, 12. Yeah, there's 12 high rarity cards, quote unquote. Um, wow, all plus, okay. um, and yeah, we've only gotten like half of them, which kind of blows my mind, right? Well, I guess if these are counting, yeah, okay, so maybe we do get all of them. I don't think we get a full play set of them, but we'll check it out later on. There we go, another aerial. Beautiful card. We can put them in the stack. I don't think it's as nice as the others here, but it's still a beautiful card. So yeah, but again, we're still hoping to pull a LR double plus here. We're pretty far along, halfway through. So we'll see how things go. Again, at this point, I think I'm not sure if there's another set out. I don't think so. I've not seen anything about that, but I think they have announced the second set, and they've released like starter decks, I think. So I might check out the starter decks for fun, like just for to collect for myself here. Um, I wouldn't say I'm a very big fan of starter decks, but like if they do it like Yu-Gi-Oh, where you can actually have a competitively viable starter deck, yeah, that's great. Again, this is not a game that I'll probably start picking up. Um, I most certainly won't try playing it, I think, unless it comes out with an online client that is easy to get and pretty easy to follow. Like Master Duel is, I think Master Duel is basically the best way they could have done Yu-Gi-Oh! Uh, like introduce Yu-Gi-Oh! To an online client to the average Joe. So yeah, if they have a client like that, I might consider giving it a try. But again, I'm not much of a player for any of the card games. I just love the art and wow, did we pull this already? I don't think so. I think we did. Yeah, maybe we did. This is yeah, this is another art, isn't it? This is the unicorn, Banshee destroy mode. Yeah, so we did pull this. We did pull this. Yeah, I'm not. I, it looked different for a moment there. And I was like, yeah. Or did we not pull it? Jeez, now I'm getting confused, right? Because the arts look kind of similar. Some of them. Um, that's pretty surprising. I thought we did pull it. There's a unicorn in here somewhere, right? I'm not tripping up here. It's not here. Oh, is it here? Oh, it's the other art. Wow. Okay. 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 Cool. Oh, it's not even a different art. It's a different card. Wow. Okay, that was super confusing. It's kind of weird that they do it that way. Oh yeah, I did pull it. There it is. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay. Wow, I just made it so much messy on the screen. I just realized, but yeah, it's not gonna be perfect, guys. Okay, it's there's just way too many cards to go through. So yeah, so we did pull this unicorn here. So yeah, like I was talking about earlier about the duplicates. I'm surprised we're getting as many. Ooh, this is a cool one to get in a foil, right? Yeah, I'm pretty surprised at the amount of duplicates that we get here. I'm not sure if that makes it better or worse for collecting or for playing. Um, I guess it's probably good for playing if it's not like Yu-Gi-Oh where we have a restricted list, uh, like a limited or restricted list. That's our third Kagali. It'd be nice to get the alternate art one, but yeah. Um, yeah, so if it's not like Yu-Gi-Oh in that sense, I guess it's really good for playability, which is very important for a card game to survive. You need its player base to be happy and able to get access to the cards that they need to play. Um, it does make cards. I think it does deflate the value of cards a little bit when it's not. So what they've done is basically take the same card, made it extremely rare to pull, and then I don't know. Maybe you get it one per case. It's hard to tell because we haven't pulled it yet. So we'll see. Maybe it's not even one per case here. I think maybe you get one of this U plus per case. Um, there's only two U plus cards in this set, which is the Lacquers and this one. So we got this one. So I'm guessing we won't get the Lacquers unless we get both per case, which would be great. Obviously, uh, I wouldn't mind pulling the Lacquers. I'm not fussed if I don't, but yeah, it's an interesting design philosophy for card games to do that. I think it makes it a lot better for players. I think players would really enjoy the card game playing out this way. As at least when it comes to getting cards that they need for their decks, it's definitely a better structure, I think, than Yu-Gi-Oh does. But I think that's entirely subjective as well, because Yu-Gi-Oh is also a cheap game generally. Like you don't get cards. You don't really need. I know the TCG has this problem, but the OCG does not. So, speaking purely from an OCG standpoint, it is really easy and typically quite affordable to get a fully playable deck, right? Even the most expensive cards like Ash Blossom, like they used to cost what, $10 per card. Now it's just like $2. We got another Atherin, Battle of the Aces. It's interesting that they chose him to be the Battle of Aces. Was he considered an ace? Was that why it's called Battle of Aces? Was he an ace? I don't remember what it was called. I know he wore like the red outfit, right, which made him one of the, I guess, better pilots. I guess, I don't know. So this is the last pack of the 6 box here. Yeah. So it's kind of slowed down a little bit again. So I think that tells you a lot about the philosophy of Bandai when it comes to making card games. It is, I think, a player's game more than a collector's game, which is good for people who want to collect, because I think everything will be pretty readily available. And then if you really want those really rare cards, you can really splurge on it. They're pretty rare by the looks of it. So rare in this game is really rare, as opposed to like Yu-Gi-Oh, where rare is like impossibly rare. Which I guess is kind of true here to some degree, but you can get a lot more, I think, here than you can in Yu-Gi-Oh. So that's something to take note of as well here. Got another Kagali. Jeez, we're gonna have like 30 Kag. I don't know how many we have, but it's few. I think the play set for this one is 4, if I remember correctly here. We definitely have a play set here, another Buster. We definitely have a play set here because if I remember from the other Bandai card games like Digimon and One Piece, a play set is 4 if I'm not mistaken. So we definitely have a play set of Kagalis. I'm not sure if that's even a good card. Ooh, dual as a resource. It's a foil resource. It's also very nice. Yeah, I'm wondering if the Kagali is a playable card actually. I might do a little bit of research halfway through this video, just to feed my curiosity a little bit here, because I think this game might be extremely affordable if you like really want a card game with, I wouldn't say incredible art, but really good art. Like I personally like Yu-Gi-Oh art a little bit more than this. Pokemon's a little kiddie, but obviously it's got really good arts, and it's the king of card games, right? For a reason. I'm pretty sure it's overtaken Magic like many times over in terms of how much it's made. Especially if you consider the value of the cards. Obviously, Magic has some really good tie-ups, which spoilers might be something I'll look into collecting for myself at some point. But there is a couple of sets that I I'm a pretty big 40k fan, Lord of the Rings fan, Godzilla fan. So I know they have those sets for Magic, and I would like to get some of those. I'm not sure if I can get my hands on any sets per se, like booster boxes. But I could definitely see myself picking up some singles while I'm in Japan here. Which, okay, this stack is getting pretty insane too. So yeah, so I am headed back to Japan next year. It's a bit of a family trip. I'm going with my in-laws, my wife and my in-laws. So that'll be a first experience for me. At least with this group of in-laws, like my immediate in-laws, I guess you would call them. my father-in-law, mother-in-law, sister-in-laws, and my wife. This will be the first time I'm traveling with them as a group, so part of being an adult. We'll see how that's like here. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get away and buy some cards, but I will do it at some point. It's a short trip, but it should be long enough for me to get what I want here. So yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I know this video is a little, oops, I messed up the thing here, so the resources at the front here, the fonts at the back. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is obviously, it's not something I'm super familiar with. Gundam, it is something that I'm sort of familiar with. I do like Gundams. I think the model kits are oh my goodness, we got the alternate art Kigali. Just as I was like going on a little tangent, R plus Kigali. Wow. Wow, that's. I mean, it's got some value to it. I tell you what, and wow, that's incredible. Yeah, that one's definitely going to the binder here. That one, I mean, if you look at the difference in the art, it's quite stark, right? Jeez. Yeah, beautiful card. Beautiful card. Love it. Absolutely love it. So yeah, I might pick up some singles while I'm there for this game just to add to my binder. Pulling the car Gali is huge here. I know my buddy was. I told my buddy earlier today that I was gonna open this like case today, right? And he was like, "Well, good luck. I know you like Kigali, so hopefully you get the Kigali." And wow, well, definitely got Kigalis, and a third freedom. Okay, okay, wow. So almost at the playset of freedoms, right? I guess the LRs are sort of like URs to Yu-Gi-Oh. Well, I'm you know what? It may not be like the highest value, like R plus. It's the second highest, but I'm really happy with that. If that's the only like, or not R plus, but yeah, R plus card that I pulled today, I I don't care, right? That one's the one that I want to pull. So, um, yeah, as the lighting goes a little bit brighter, you can notice the shine on this card. So they're quite beautiful, right? The quality of the cards is pretty good as well. It's a little thicker. I mean, it is Bandai game, so it does have it does feel like a Bandai game card, um, like a Digimon card would, or a One Piece card. So it's got that heftiness to it per card. I personally prefer the Yu-Gi-Oh style where it's a little thinner, smaller. This is like Pokemon size card. Yu-Gi-Oh's a little bit smaller than that, but this is basically standard, right? Yu-Gi-Oh is like smaller size. I'm gonna strike, and I can feel my voice starting to go just a little bit here. So after this, I think we got whew, 5 more boxes to go, and we're 1.5 hours in. So let's try and pick up the pace just a little bit more, and yeah, I might have to take a sip after this, just so that I don't lose my voice here. Um, I am extremely introverted, so talking this much is pretty abnormal to me. But I know third justice. This is like this is like insane to me, dude. I don't know what the odds are to pull it this way. Maybe I've been doing it all along here. I can't quite tell here. So these are LRs here. Yeah, I guess I've been doing it all along, but it just like these are the things that absolutely blow my mind, right? Uh, yeah, let me just. Yeah, it looks like I've been doing it all along here. I'm just not paying attention here, but Jesus, that's quite a lot. Oh, this is another R plus as well. I didn't notice that. We've got an LR plus here. We've got an R. We put the R back there. I'm not even sure why there's an R over there. So yeah, we got two R pluses here. We got the Gali and okay. Now I'm starting to understand a little bit here. Um, yeah, okay. So now I'm starting to see the rarities a bit more here. So actually, I guess that's pretty normal that we get this many LRs, play sets here. The R pluses seem to be a little bit rarer than, but I guess it's because they're like alternate art rares, right? So that kind of makes sense to me. Ironically, I think yeah, there's a lot less LR pluses than there are rares, which also makes sense to me, right? You don't want every rare to have alternate art that you have to go digging if you want to be a collector and stuff. So I'm glad they didn't, go down that rabbit hole of like just trying to gouge players to buy packs. So yeah, that's that for the fifth box here. I'm gonna put that aside. Or rather the sixth, seventh box. Yeah. Take a bit of a sip here. I apologize for the camera's going crazy. But yeah, I need that. It's so rough on the throat to talk this much non-stop. I don't know how professional speakers do it. I guess they always have a bottle of water or some kind of drink available or nearby. So yeah, after this was our 8 box. So we got 4 boxes after this, and then we're done. I must say, it started off pretty slow, as you can tell for me, but yeah, it's picked up the pace quite a considerable bit. Yeah, I'm getting a lot more things that I'm interested in, that I like. So I can't complain too much here. I'm gonna try and just tidy this up a little bit for you guys. So I'm not sure what the best deck is right now. Obviously, again, I don't play any of these games anymore. Like even Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't play as much. I do play Master Duels once in a while, but it's I haven't played in like a month, maybe more than a month, maybe a few months. Whenever Malice came out in Master Duel, I stopped, right? Because that meta's just not playable to me. you know, like uh, it was painful, right? Because I did go pretty heavy in the, and ooh, we got a third L plus. I think this might actually, or rather R plus. I think this might actually be the highest rarity, highest value R plus. I'm gonna scoot this stuff over a little bit here, so that I can take a look here. Running out of space. Um, let's take a quick look here. Yeah, there we go. It is a almost $40 card here. Florida Cruz. Yeah. Is she a baddie? Yeah, probably. She's quite the baddie, I would say. Look at that. Jeez, that's incredible. So yeah, I guess we swept the three. I wouldn't say three best, but like some of the higher rarity R pluses. So I can't really complain here. I am shy of a witch, and unless I passed by one of those, I don't think I did. Right, the witch and the bride. Don't think I did. I did sneak one of the LRs in there here by mistake. So let me just go through this real quick here, just to make sure I don't put aside. Oh, I did miss another LR. Wow, it's a good thing I'm rechecking this. Geez, some of these don't even stand out to me, and they're pretty high rarities. So yeah, I'm gonna have to quickly go through this again to just make sure I don't mess up too much more. That's just an R here. Yeah, again, I'm having this problem where, because it's all kind of new to me. It's really hard to distinguish LR, R pluses, I guess. Um, the cards are really beautiful now that I'm looking at them, re-looking at them, I guess. Yeah, I don't think I've messed that up anymore. That's a R. Those are R's, yep. So I don't think I missed one. The last stack. Jeez, there's so many stacks here. You guys wouldn't believe it, right? Um, nope. So yeah, we've pulled quite a few R pluses. Wow. So this is an LR that somehow snuck its way into the other stack here. Got the LR plus. We got LR pluses here. Um, so yeah, I guess the LRs we can put aside here. Put this here, and then we got this guys right here, and then the Gundams that I really like gonna be at the bottom here. So yeah, we've swept. Well, we're shy of one witch and bride, I guess. And there is a R plus that is the Battle of Aces here, which would be nice to pull here. That's another beautiful one to get C plus. I think that's like the second or third one that we've pulled, right? So yeah, beautiful cards once again. Came out of nowhere here. It's really caught me off guard. Yeah, I'm not sure what decks are pretty going to be viable here for Digimon. Not Digimon, but Gundam. This is the rare version of that, right? Yeah. But it looks like it'll be a pretty straightforward game. You know, it's I'm when I say straightforward, to be fair, I come from like a Yu-Gi-Oh background, so every other game feels pretty straightforward compared to Yu-Gi-Oh, where it's just like combo city. You know what I mean? Kind of need to know. There's a lot of nuance to Yu-Gi-Oh that doesn't exist in most other card games. Things like timings and stuff like that, spell speeds, you know, things like that. Most other card games don't have. I'm not saying no other card game has nuance. Obviously, they do. In fact, every card game has quite a lot of nuance, right? There's a lot of understanding that goes into place, understanding decks, and stuff like that. But Yu-Gi-Oh in particular, I feel is exceptionally complicated. Um, and I guess I can't comment too much because it is a intentional design from Konami to make the game like that. I would imagine, uh, unless they just fell down this rabbit hole and can't dive out, U-turn out of it. I guess, which is possible. It is unbelievably complicated of a game, but it can be very fun here. We've got another L. That's the unicorn. And yeah, my mouse is starting to get in the way here a little bit. Yeah, I guess I could put this down here. Give you a little bit better look of the L pluses that we pulled. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm not sure why my camera's so off center today. I know it's not like this video wasn't as planned as my typical videos are. Just because it's my first Bandai card game that I'm actually opening, right? I've always bought singles for Bandai card games just because the singles are pretty reasonably priced. There is no incredibly expensive. I mean there are, but uh, they're not like Pokemon prices or Konami Yu-Gi-Oh prices, right? So I must say I am enjoying opening these packs a lot more than Yu-Gi-Oh, because I feel that they've been pretty consistent, which is a weird thing to say, but if you open a lot of booster packs, you know what I'm talking about, right? And the doggies have gone crazy. I guess that means my wife is back, which is good and bad. Which probably means I have to duck out of this video pretty quick here. But yeah, we're gonna go. Okay, they're still barking, so I guess she's not back yet. Don't hear the gate. Got a Lacus here. This is R, so yeah, I'm not gonna go too crazy into R's. That's not the same character, right? It's the R plus, I'm pretty sure. All right, and we've got another LR. That's the Wing Zero, I believe. I might give this to a friend. I think he might really like Wing Zero. We got the Blitz and ooh, C. Whoa, C double plus. Wow. that's that's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy to me that this exists. C double plus. It is insanely beautiful though, must say. I can't pull up a price for this, but geez, that's insane looking, right? Absolutely insane looking. All right, so freedom and justice. I mean, I love you guys, but yeah, it's time for you guys to make room for some pretty insane cards right here. C double plus. I'm guessing this is one per case, maybe. I don't think I've seen any other. I might have skipped one. I don't know, but yeah, this is insane looking to me, right? It's got that extra bounce, extra layer of like shininess, foilness to it, um, which just makes it just pop out so much more, right? You guys can see it in the video. It's absolutely insane. It's textured a little differently as well. It's almost like the ultimate in Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, beautiful card. I'm not sure if there's any other one that I would have preferred to got over that. Maybe the freedom, but I think I would prefer this over the freedom. Not because I think not because I think I do like the freedom a little bit more than the RX-78, but I think as a foil, this is probably gonna knock it out of the park quite a bit more. It really is a beautiful foil, and the art just makes it pop, right? Which is absolutely important when you're especially as a collector, when the foils just pop out the way they like that. It's like it's insane, right? Got the unicorn again. So yeah, almost done with this box, and then we're down to our last four. So we're 3/4 done with this box, with the case rather. Um, there's a dual resource. I almost didn't recognize it for a second here. Is the dual a popular Gundam? I'm not sure. Like, I'm not a really big collector of Gundams again. I do have a couple of figurines, the kits around, but I wouldn't say I'm a crazy big fan. I can appreciate the model kits quite a bit. I have seen them in fairs and stuff, and you know, like I said, I own a couple, so I can appreciate it. I'm also fully aware of how much effort it takes to make one, because I've made one a long time ago. Um, it didn't survive the move from my original place to where I am now, but yeah, I do know that recognize the effort it takes to make one. Not to mention, again, all kinds of collectibles like this, like figurines and stuff. It's an unbelievable amount of effort to make and to color and to do whatever you need to do to make it, really stand out. So I really admire people that can commit the time to it. I wish I had more time to do such things, but unfortunately, this is not the right. I'm not in the right country to slack off, right? Yeah, this is. I am in the country that does encourage hard work, uh, even more so than smart work. I would say, you know, hard work typically pays off a little bit better than working smart. At least where I live. So, unfortunately, it's not ideal for a collector like myself, but I'm pretty blessed to be able to collect the stuff I want to collect, right? And it's good to have a supporting wife. She may not be like the biggest fan of these things. Even I wouldn't even say she's like the most supportive. Ooh, there you go, another C plus. That's a freedom. Beautiful. Another Kagali. Yeah, I wouldn't say she's like the most supportive. Like she would. It's not like she holds my hand while I go and pick up booster boxes and stuff. But she definitely does not like discourage me per se. She does get a little annoyed with like the sheer volume of like Yu-Gi-Oh I have in the house, but you know, she doesn't she doesn't like she's all right with me having them, right? And ooh, LR plus. This is, isn't this the dual? Isn't this the dual? I'm just double checking to make sure because I'm pretty sure I said a lot of nonsense as it is. Yeah, dual Gundam Assault Mode Shroud. So this is an alternate art from the one that we pulled before. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Are there many more L pluses? Jeez, I feel like I've pulled like, okay, there's four there. So I'm not sure if that what the ratio is per box, per carton or case. There was 12 boxes, so we're at four now. I think if you're six, it would be pretty good, but I think four might just be the limit there. I've got another rare here. So yeah, by the looks of it, maybe one U plus, maybe four to six R pluses. We'll see once we're done with this. Couple of four or so LR pluses and probably only one C double plus. I've not seen a lot of double pluses here, so I'm guessing we're not gonna get very many. But I would say that's a pretty decent ratio, right? You this I would assume these foils are like the playable foils, so you get a fairly decent chunk of them. You definitely get all of them. I don't think I've missed a single LR card. So and almost playset of every single LR. So yeah, if this is a game that you want to pick up, I would imagine it's pretty affordable to pick up. And it's just based on the rarities. Obviously, getting an entire case is not what I would recommend most people to do, just because it's a lot of money and a lot of bulk. But if this was a game that you're gonna start brand new, I can see it working out pretty well for you, right? I don't know how big it is gonna be. Not sure how many Gundam fans there are. They're not nearly as loud as you know, like Pokemon fans or even Digimon fans or One Piece fans. So, but clearly there's a market for it if they did it right. Or it could just be a let's just see how it goes kind of thing, and hopefully not, because I think if they keep just making cards like this, it's gonna be pretty good, right? It's I don't know how bad the game play will be. I would imagine this is not Bandai's first card game, so it can't be that bad. Um, but yeah, we'll see. Again, my camera's going a little crazy today. I'm not sure why, but probably because I'm moving around a little bit more than I should. But still, it is a pretty long day. We've been recording almost 2 hours now, so this again pretty insanely long video here, but I expect no less from a full case opening, especially for a card game that's new to me. So we'll see. Let's just scoot over a little bit more here, and yeah, just lean back a little bit, try to get myself a bit more comfortable here. um, yeah, I will be back with set 11, by the way, for Yu-Gi-Oh. There's quite a few. I think we are halfway through the set 11 opening, so hopefully I can get back to it next week here. Work seems to have lightened up a little bit in terms of the workload, so that would help me make it a little bit easier to get back to that. But I will only probably typically record on a weekend, just based on how my work hours are. Regardless, here that's another duel. I feel like we're getting a lot of these duels too, but I mean we got like what, 3 to 4 freedoms and justices. So I'm guessing you could almost get a full play set of every LR. I think from a single case, which is again I would imagine to be pretty good if from a player standpoint. I'm not sure if the decks will cost a lot though. I don't think they will. Every card that exists in higher rarities, you can find in low rarities, right? So I there's no way it's gonna be that expensive for a card game. Which is good on Bandai, right? Good on them. More power to them to do for doing it this way, right? So you have chase cards in high rarities, and then you got everything else is very accessible. There are some LRs that are honestly very expensive. Like the Freedom is the most expensive one by the looks of it, and that's like $15. That's rounding up, by the way. Yeah, I'm not going to do the exact conversion here, but it's about 15 Singapore dollars, which is, I don't know, what's that like? It's not even 15 actually. If I'm being perfectly honest, it's more like 12 Singapore dollars, which is probably less than $10 US. So that's going to be a really cheap card game to get into. And you only need 4 of those, right? So we're definitely not looking at like $1,000 decks for sure, unless you want it to be like max rarity, and even then I feel like you're not gonna hit $1,000, right? There's no foil to this. Oh wait, yes, there's okay. This is the first case of it being stuck here. It is an LR. Yeah, I was like really surprised when I didn't see a foil. Not sure if that was like a misprint or error box or something like that, but yeah, I'm surprised it was stuck. That's the first time we've had one that was actually stuck. So it's interesting. And oh, there we go. That was the, what was that, ninth box. We're down to our last 3. Yeah, so we'll try and finish this up under 2.5 hours, I guess, which is a much better timing window than the three or 3.5 hours that I initially thought we would hit, right? So again, if you guys are watching this, apologize to all the Gundam fans that had to endure me just not knowing what some of these are. Wow, there we go, another C plus. Beautiful. Yeah, so apologies to all the Gundam fans if I don't know my Gundams that well. I'm pretty basic in that sense, where I only know the mainstream ones. But I do like Gundam. I think Gundam Seed is watchable. Gundam Seed Destiny is watchable. I've not really watched Wing. 00 I thought was pretty good. Witch from Mercury is pretty good as well. It's got a little bit of I don't know, call it virtue signaling, but it's got that modern sensibility to it, which I can see turning off some people, but I thought it was okay. I'll put that aside. It was pretty okay. Gundam series here. Got the Buster LR and a token. I like how the token is basically the jetpack for the Justice, right? That's a clever way to have a token card. Unicorn. So yeah, that it's pretty good to know that the card game world has diversified enough, right, that we can get these cool like anime type of card games like Gundam finally out. You would think that this was out a long time ago, actually, because Gundam's not exactly a new series. It's been around a long time. Pretty sure it's been out even before I was born. So I'm really surprised that it's only just now becoming a big card game. I know they had Gundam cards in like other games. I've seen them before. But for it to finally have its own official card game is really exciting. And I'm curious to try and I'd be curious if the gameplay is good. I might just make like a amateur deck here with the bulk and play with a couple of friends just to see whether it's a good game to play. I wouldn't know again, and I don't think I will ever play this at a high level. Definitely not take it as seriously as I did Yu-Gi-Oh, but you know, I'm really curious actually because it does look like a pretty decent game, right? It looks like the mechanics is pretty simple as well. You know, destroy, burst mode, and that kind of stuff. There's deal damage. It has attack and health values, which is you know, single digit, which is obviously much better than double digits or like insane amounts like in Yu-Gi-Oh, where it's in the thousands for some reason. I think Yu-Gi-Oh is the only card game that has damage in the thousands, but I'm not entirely sure. Right, because you can just do like 80. You can do like double digits. It's good enough, right? If you really want to go, pretty crazy. And yeah, sorry about that. My eyes just not sure what got dusty in here or something, but yeah, my eyes suddenly act up. So yeah, almost done, guys. Just thank you guys for hanging in there. Those that made it to this part of the video. Here, I would imagine this is like half decent background noise video, right? Just me casually chatting and then opening packs. It's not quite ASMR, but it is. I think it make pretty good background noise. And then you can only check when I go whoa, you know, hear the little bounce in the voice, a little excitement in the voice. Can pause and take a look here. There we go. That's another R plus. That's a Battle of Aces. Battle of Aces R plus. So yeah, there we go. So looks like we might get another couple. Well, we'll see. We have five R pluses already. Two high value ones, two okay ones. Bunch of got one of the U plus here. So it looks like the only thing that's not guaranteed in the case is the LR double plus, which is fine. I think it's perfectly fine that you don't get one in every case. It would be nice if you did, but that would diminish the value of that card quite a bit here. And you do want to have, with every single card game, right? You always want to have collectibles, right? Things that are really hard to pull that um, collectors would like to chase, right? And I would consider myself a collector. I'm definitely not a player. Got freedom. Did I miss anything there? No. Got another freedom. So yeah, we definitely hit the playset of freedoms, right? So it looks like you'll get a playset of every single LR, which is good. Yeah, my throat's about to give way, so yeah, if I talk a little bit less, you guys have to forgive me here. But yeah, it looks like a good amount of R pluses. Be nice if you're 6. It means one in every 2 boxes, which is just a really good ratio, I think. Yeah, it'd be a great ratio to hit as a collector, right? You like to see ratios like that as opposed to like one in every 2 cases, 3 cases. That's just so frustrating. But I'm pretty sure the LR double pluses will be like that because it's just one of those U plus so far, and I'm guessing it's only gonna be one per case, so there's nothing in there. So one per case is one every other case is it's reasonable if you ask me, right? Just so that the collectors have something to chase. And then the players get all they want, right? You get everything they need in a single case. Obviously, if you're only just gonna buy loose packs, then you may not get what you want. But that's the case with every single card game, so nothing special there. You can't just make a card game and make everything free. Unfortunately, that's not how life works. It'd be nice if it was, but you know, gonna adjust this. So yeah, last pack, and then we're down to our last three boxes. No, last two boxes. Wow. Okay. Um, so ironically, this card is just called Gundam from the name, which is kind of funny to be. Like it's obviously the RX. It certainly looks exactly like the RX 78, right? It is the RX 78. It even states here, but they just call it Gundam, right? Which is kind of interesting to me. Everything else, is the RX 78 just called Gundam? Oh, it is just called Gundam. Huh. Okay. I guess it never dawned on me that it just doesn't have a name, right? It is just called Gundam, right? So yeah, I'm surprised it took me that long to realize here. Uh, and I heard they're making a live action Gundam movie, which is pretty exciting, right? Would love to see that. If you guys have watched Ready Player One, you know what I'm talking about. Like, oh, it's so insane, right? So if they do live action, it'd be so cool to see. I'm pretty sure people will still complain regardless, like, oh, the story's not as good, and they're not true to the source material and blah blah blah. But as fans, I think we should just calm down a little bit, unless they completely butcher it, like they did with like Halo or um, The Witcher. The Witcher started out pretty okay, I think. I don't think it's as bad as when it started, but it did fall off a little bit. And then Halo was just like, I watched Halo. I don't think it's as bad as people think it is, say it is, but it's not great, right? And it's definitely not Halo. I've never been a big Halo fan. I just started playing the games. Um, I haven't finished the first game, so I'm not a massive Halo fan, but even I recognize the badge, right? Oh, we got another C plus here. This is the jeez, what's it called? It's the now it's really gonna bother me, right? Um, it's the Chinese. It's the one with the Chinese name, right? Jeez, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna be a bit hard to find because they don't have like a very they don't have a list in a conventional sense of the card, right? They show every single card and then they're like, here's the name, right? Um, so that can be a bit hard to navigate because you have to compare the look especially if you don't read Japanese like I do. So you have to compare the cards and then read the name, which can be a little bit troublesome here. Oh my goodness, we did get the other U plus. So there it is, Lacus Klein herself. I know the card is not called Lacus Klein because that doesn't seem like it's called Lacus Klein, right? It's called Overflowing Affection. Draw two, discard one. So graceful charity, graceful charity for uh, Gundam. Okay, I was not expecting to get her. Might have to censor her a little bit there, but wow. Okay, so you get both U pluses. Wow, that's really surprising to me. Let's just put the Lacus above here, just because I think that's what people would more would recognize more here. So yeah, wow. Okay, almost right at the end. It did come pretty last minute, yeah. So you are guaranteed both U pluses. This is almost $100 card. So yeah, there you go. So I guess as somebody who's watched Seed, I should be happy. I get both Lacus and Kigali alternate arts. I guess that's what they're called. I don't know. I guess you could call them plus arts as well if you really want to. But I think I'm gonna stick with alternate arts just because that's what it is essentially. So yeah, beautiful. It's actually not too compared to the original card. I think it's obviously there's more shine to it. It's a unique art, I think. I think that's like something she wore in the anime too. So yeah, that's cool. It did come pretty late. I mean, I am pretty surprised. I did shuffle the boxes a little bit. It wasn't intentional, but I did kind of accidentally shuffle the boxes. Um, so yeah, you get two U pluses and a bunch of R pluses, which is pretty good. I'm guessing just based on that, we are probably expecting one more R plus somewhere in here. If I had to guess, I think we're not getting any more L R pluses. But we might get one more R plus, I think. Just if I had to guess, right? And then the C double plus is not coming, right? Yeah, there's another LR. Did I miss anything here? Jeez, I feel now I'm like so insecure because like I'm not sure if that's is how it's meant to play out, but yeah, just based on like experiences opening boxes and stuff, cases, kind of figure out the rarities on the first go. So um, this one has pretty okay rarities. The card game itself inherently is not very expensive. I think I got mine for like a few $100s, right? So it's not even like Yu-Gi-Oh price range where it's like $1,000, right? So it's a significantly more affordable card game. I don't know if it's a card game worth investing. I never bothered with such things. I know I tell my wife sometimes that they're all like investments, but I am fully aware that you don't make money off of card games in that sense, unless you own your own shop. But as a collector, you don't typically. So, ooh, we got a bit of hiccups here. We got the Battle of Aces again. Not the alternate art, but again, I don't think we should expect two R pluses per case. That would be kind of strange. Or at least not repeated ones. But hey, you know what? I'm more than satisfied with what I've pulled. Um, I don't know if I do a giveaway for this. I might. If you guys, if I don't know, man. If I can hit certain number of subscribers and you guys really like it, sure, I'll give away some of these cards. Why not? I will be keeping some of these for myself just because, like I said, I am a collector. So, and whew, I mean, it's hard to argue when the art is this good that I shouldn't collect. It's very much the truth with all Bandai games. I've never been a big fan of One Piece art style, but they do have some pretty good art in the card game. And then yeah, that's something that I do keep. Uh, I'm not sure what's worth keeping. I just keep cards that I like, so main characters. Uh, I like Mihawk quite a bit, so I am working on a Mihawk collection. Not a big fan of Zoro, so I'm not gonna see that. I do have a couple of Nami cards. It's Nami, right? If there's ever a card worth keeping, I would imagine it's Nami, or Luffy, right? Because that's how it typically works. Um, but yeah, again, almost there, almost at the end. I am picking up the pace just a little bit, so that I can finish the last box before I run out of breath. Not breath, but voice. And I'm hoping the setup is not too bad this time around, because again, it was a bit impromptu here. We do get that's the L plus, and that's the token that I was talking about, right? It's brilliant way to do a token, right? Um, yeah, I am starting to lose my voice a little bit here. It's getting quite a bit scratchy. The setup's a bit strange compared to what I normally do for Yu-Gi-Oh, but uh, I have to just because of the sheer volume of cards. It's pretty insane. Um, you do get quite a lot of bulk when you do case openings, and I've not figured out what to do with that. To be very honest, nobody buys bulk, at least not where I'm from. So um, I don't know. We'll see what I can do with this one, right? Um, I might let them go pretty cheap, I guess, if I have to, just so that I don't accumulate too much bulk here. Again, the Yu-Gi-Oh ones, I've been trying to sort it out, but you know, because I don't do it full time, it's really really difficult for me to figure out what to do. So yeah, that was the second last box, and we're gonna go into the final box here. Absolute final box. So I'm guessing, I'm hoping to get the LR double plus in this final box, and I'm kind of expecting one more R plus. I'm not sure if that's true or not. Again, I've not looked up too much before opening this. I wanted this to be a surprise to myself. I am aware that Lacquer's Pine cards and all these cards exist. I've seen them. Unfortunately, it has been spoiled to me. But in general, I've not looked up too much on the on this set. So final box here. They got a really bad like plastic smell to them, I must say. Right? They're not like, they don't have that weird like, they don't have that. It's a weird thing to say, but you know they really do smell like plastic. It's a strange thing. Again, I know it's strange, but yeah. If you collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards enough, you know that they don't really quite smell like that. I'm guessing it's just because the material is different, right? I don't think that's anything too convoluted or complex about that, right? It's just different card material, so it smells different. Strike Rouge. Strike Rouge. um, so yeah, it looks like we're on set. Oh, there we go. The last R plus, and it is the next highest rarity one that we didn't pull before, which is the Witch and the Bride. Witch and the Bride here. So yeah, we managed to pull all the high rarity, high value R pluses, which is, incredible, absolutely incredible. I think I should rearrange it so that the R plus is on top now that I look at it. So let's do it like this. Yeah, that's neat. That's real neat, right? Should have done that from the start actually, but brain not braining. So uh, this one we'll just put them out here like that. All right. Yeah, beautiful. And then the other trees are just like, whatever, right? Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so we did get an R plus, as expected. I must say, I did kind of predict that we would get one more, just based on how it was looking. So, what? Let's just do it like that. Yeah, this guy's just in screen. That's nice. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, okay. I wasn't paying attention. The OCD is getting to me, guys. Just let me have my moment. So yeah, um, we did manage to get the last R plus as predicted. Um, six, so it's one in every two boxes you get an R plus, and then one in every three boxes you get a LR plus. You get both U pluses per case, so that's one in every six boxes roughly, and then one C double plus by the looks of it. I'm not expecting to pull another C double plus, just because I think the double pluses are just like their way of saying, yeah, you're not gonna get those, right? Double plus. But fingers crossed we still managed to. I don't know if you can pull a C double plus and a LR double plus. Again, we'll see how it goes here. It is the final box, so this will be some final box, you know, shenanigans if it does materialize that the LR double plus is in here. Again, I'm not expecting it to, but we'll find out. We'll find out soon. There are two LR double pluses. Ooh, There's pretty good artwork of the Ariel Ariel Gundam in just give me a moment to pull it up real quick here. Yeah, in the LR Plus, unfortunately we didn't pull it. In fact, I think we got some of the least interesting LR Plus arts, which is unfortunate. It would have been nice to get a Freedom or Justice, but you know, can't complain too much. We essentially got the best R pluses, right? So yeah, almost there at the end. Fingers crossed, guys, that we can pull one more. If you guys know the ratios, then you guys can tell. You can basically tell if I'm gonna get a LR double plus or not. But I don't know, so I'm gonna hope for the best and see how it goes in the last few boxes. That's a battle of aces. No, I'm not actually familiar with where that scene is from. Athranzala in that zombie fight looking seed mode, I guess is what it's called. Yeah, I'm not familiar where that's from. Battle of Aces. Anybody know? Can leave a comment. I'm guessing if it's from Gundam Seed, it's when he battles Kira and he kind of takes him out, quote unquote. Right? He self destructs the Aegis. But I'm not like confident, right? That's what I think it's from. May not be the case here. That's R. And yeah, almost there at the end. Again, thank you guys for hanging out in there. Looks like we'll just about beat the 2 hour, 2.5 hour mark here. Got a Witch and the Bride, which is quite an achievement, I would say, for an entire case. Obviously, I am kind of after the first couple boxes, I'm not really gonna like really drill down on the cards here, just because you guys would be in for a ridiculously long video, and I would have lost my voice like half an hour ago, I think. So yeah, really appreciate you guys watching. Do subscribe and share the video. Ooh, another LR. Really appreciate you guys watching, supporting. If you guys can leave a like or subscribe, that would be great. I will try to post every week a little bit of at least one video. Obviously, it's not going to be Gundam every week, unfortunately, but there will be the goal is to open a product every week when it comes to the set 11 until the end of the year. Obviously, it's not going to finish at the end of the year, but we'll finish before that, and then we'll do something else for the end of year video, depending on what you guys want. Got Ariel. Not entirely sure how to pronounce it. I guess it's Ariel, pronounced Ariel. Yeah, another Kigali, and down to our last few packs. So, good lord, it's been a pretty long video, pretty productive video, I would say. I definitely got a bunch of cards that I would love to keep, to add to my own personal collection here. And we got another stuck one. It is the LR, so the LR seem to stick quite a bit here. Well, not quite a bit, but once in a while they will stick. And yeah, last two packs. Thank you guys for watching here. Let's hope for some last pack magic. It's not expected, obviously, but yeah. We got an R and ooh, C plus Ariel. Very nice. And our final pack, guys. So yeah. Let's just do a pack trick here, just in case, right? Nope. A common, That's our token and an R. Yeah. So as expected, hope you guys enjoyed the video here. Again, these are the kind of ratios that you should be expecting if you guys are interested in jumping into the card game here. It's pretty good rarity here. You definitely do get a playset of LRs, which is not something that I can say for every single card game. I guess I shouldn't say LRs because not every card game breaks down rarities in this manner. But let me just make sure that what I'm saying isn't complete nonsense here. I'm guessing it's four LRs. Yeah, so you can definitely get a playset of every single LR, which is really good for playability. So, if you guys are really interested, uh, go check it out. Nearby card game stall. You guys want some of these cards? Subscribe. Okay, help me get to like 10, and then we'll do a giveaway. If Obviously it wouldn't be all Gundam cards that I'll give away. I'm keeping quite a few of these for myself, but if there's anything here that you guys want, just leave a comment, and if I'm not keeping it, I'll give it to you guys. So thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time. JP signing out.